Okay, so let's throw some trig in here. Find y primed if sine of x plus y is equal to y squared times the cosine of x. Our goal is to calculate y primed, which we know is the exact same thing as dy dx. I don't care which notation you use. So let's start by differentiating the left-hand side with respect to x. So we have sine of, derivative of sine isn't sine. Derivative of sine is cosine. Times the derivative of the inside function. And the derivative of x with respect to x is 1 plus the derivative of y with respect to x. Over on the left-hand side, I have a product rule. I have a first and I have a second. First times the derivative of the second plus second times the derivative of first. So chain rule, outside function is squaring stuff, inside function is y. So I'm going to distribute cosine of xy, and I'm just going to neaten the rest of this stuff up a little bit. Let's put the negative sign in front, so I have negative y squared sine x plus 2y cosine x dy dx. I just like putting that 2y in front there because it makes it very, very clear that I'm only taking the cosine of x. I'm not taking the cosine of x times 2y. Okay. So we've done the step 1, differentiate with respect to x. Now we want to get everything with dy dx in it on one side of the equal mark. And since I have a minus sign here, I'm going to go ahead and add that to both sides, which means I'm going to have all my plain old stuff on the left-hand side, and I'll have all my dy dx stuff on the right-hand side. I'm going to do it in one step this time. So I'm adding y squared sine of x to each side. And I'm subtracting the cosine of x plus y dy dx from each side. Now, would it matter if you had subtracted cosine of x plus y from each side and then subtracted 2y cosine x dy dx from each side? No. You would have gotten the exact same answer. It would have looked a little different because it would have had minus signs in different places, but when you reduce it, it ends up to be the same thing. So now I'm going to factor. Left-hand side, you don't change at all. Here we get 2y cosine x minus the cosine of x plus y, whole darn thing, multiplied by dy dx. And now I'm going to divide both sides by whatever is sitting next to the derivative. It's going to cancel over there. Over here, I'll have a denominator with 2y cosine x minus the cosine of x plus y. And we're done. This is our answer. I'm not going to rewrite it because I have dy dx is equal to that. Easy peasy. Just be careful. Be careful with your signs. Be careful with your algebra. Be sure you do the product rule when you need to. So just a little recap. Step 1, differentiate with respect to x. That means every time you differentiate something with a y in it, you have to attach a dy dx or a y primed to it. Then you get everything with dy dx on one side, so you isolate the terms with dy dx. Or y primed, if you're a fan of the primed. You factor. You divide, and then you dance. You're done. That's it. Let's do another example. And let's see, I think I will leave 5, 6, 7, and 8 for you, and I will do number 9 because it looks a little different. 5, 6, 7, and 8 all just require product rule. Number 9's a little different. It's going to require the quotient rule. I'll leave myself some blank pages for 5, 6, 7, and 8. X squared over x plus y equals y squared plus 1. So I have my little cheat sheet. I'm going to differentiate with respect to x. Every term with a y in it gets a dy dx. So, low, high, the quotient rule we'll try. It's low, d high, less high, d low. So the derivative of low is going to be 1 plus dy dx all over low times low. Okay, it was just a song. It was easy. And then on the right-hand side, I have y squared, chain rule. Squaring stuff is the outside function. Y is the inside function. Derivative of 1 is 0. Okay, algebra time. Let's distribute 2x through there. So I have 2x squared plus 2xy minus distribute x squared through there. And while I'm at it, I'm going to multiply both sides by x plus y squared. So over here I have 2y times x plus y squared times dy dx. Okay, not so bad. I have just one dy dx over here on the left-hand side. So I'm going to leave this guy and this guy. And, oh look, I have minus x, oh, nope, just 1 minus x squared, because that one is attached to the dy dx, which I am going to add to each side. So I have 2y x plus y squared plus times dy dx. Plus x squared dy dx. So far, so good. Okay, we've gotten all of our plain stuff on one side, and I just added this one term here to both sides, so now it's living over here. Factor out dy dx. You stay the same. Divide both sides by whatever is sitting next to dy dx. Cancel that away. Sometimes I even draw myself a little circle around it. That's my answer. I'm done. I'm not rewriting all that stuff again because my hand's getting tired. Okay, I'm going to work the other problems, check and make sure I got this one right, and then we'll practice a little more on the next video.